Hello everyone, I know it's been ages since I uploaded a video, and this journal was supposed to be done last week on Friday, but I've been kind of uninspired lately, so it took me a while to just finish off the few bits and pieces of this journal, but I'm glad it's finally here. I'm kind of using artificial light at the moment because outside is quite dark. I think there's a storm coming, so yeah, I kind of like this light. Let me know what you think in the description down below, in the comment box down below. So yes, I am Sheena from Luna Rosu, and today this is a journal that I came up with. It's the papers and the structure is very similar to the previous one that I did, so let's get on with it. So again, as usual, a ribbon here, a lace trim here as the little bindy thing that holds the journal down. The journal also comes with these photo slides. I'm not quite sure where this is from, but I think there's 6 in them, so there we go. They're really pretty ones right there, as you can tell. And then we also have a bit of fabric collaging in the front, a vintage envelope. Again, I wanted to be very floral and bright with this journal, hence I used envelopes that with this really bright stamps here, which are really pretty. Reminds me a lot of spring. So this here is actually from a stamp book. So I didn't make it into a pocket or anything like that, but I just thought it was really cute. No wonder your doll is ahead with green stamps. So I thought that was really cute. I didn't want to do much to it. Perhaps you can make your own little pocket with this if you wanted to. Inside there's a vintage postcard, and we have some ephemera here. This is a German one, and then we have some pattern paper here, which I just backed it with some leisure paper. And then this is from a vintage Sunday missal book, so that tucks right in there, right? And then on the inside, just a mini pocket here, and on tucked away we have a French leather envelope that it comes with, and then this is a mini envelope that I did out of some pattern paper, and inside we have some little mini calling cards that you can use to journal, you know, snippets of your day on the back of that. This is from the Old Design Shop, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's her calling card, Lorna's calling card collage collection. So that tucks in there. Here we have a pocket right there, so there's a tag in here. Then I did a bit of collaging here, some sequins, and then this is a vintage tag with a key. And on the first page we have let's see, we have a this is a vintage English written letter. I think this is a love letter as well. There's a few pages in here which, if you don't want to use this, you can scan it and, you know, make your own digital collection with it. This little wedding photo and a vintage ticket right there. So that tucks right there. And on the back of this one we have this little cute sort of accordion kind of journaling section right here. There's a bit of ribbon here. I just put that just to add more character to this little bit here. This is from the Graphics Fairy, so you can you know, put it essentially anywhere you want. And then here is a fabric pocket like so. And then this is a bit of a sari sequence, some wax seal right there. And then here we just have this little flip here. I just added a stamp here. I thought that was kind of cute, just to give that sort of raw feel to a junk journal. Some floral lace trim right there at the bottom, some buttons, and then this is from a vintage children's magazine. I really like the flower here. Again, I figured, you know, if you wanted to cover this part, you could. This is a vintage recipe. I think it's from a newspaper. Again, I just, you know, stapled it on just to make it look, give that vintage look to things. And on the other side we have a scout card, very adorable, very cute, which you can journal on the back of that. Some vintage receipts here, and then this is a telegram from Belgium, but oh yeah, it is because I have a few in English. So this one is really adorable. Again, floral, springs, everything you would want in a very colorful journal. Edith Holden, of course. I just did a paper tab here. Again, this is a vintage tag that I just used to decorate. You could probably do your own as well. There are, if you have a Brother Scan and Cut or a Cricut or one of those you know, plotting machines, cutting machines, you could easily do one yourself. And also, if you do have one, you are very lucky. You should make full use of it. And then we have some leisure paper that I just glued on a part of a really fragile piece of paper here. I just thought, you know, this just adds a little something. And then this is just a sort of, what do you call this, a transparency kind of thingy. This was in one of the sets that I purchased, and then I thought you could just journal on the side. Some another transparency which has some flowers on it. Pockets again. This one just has some vintage tickets in there, and also a vintage calling card. There's some writing on the back, but I think that's pencil, so you can erase them if you wanted to. Collaging, some wax seal, and then we also have fabric tabs here and there. Some fabric collaging at the bottom as well. Here, sari trim. Another pocket. This is another ephemera piece that I stapled on as well. And then we have some vintage recipe, handwritten recipe thingies here. This was not done by me, but I thought it was a kind of a great idea just to give that grunge look. So if you want to make things more grunge, I thought this would be sort of a great inspiration for that. So there's another pocket here if you'd like to put in more things. Just part of a vintage envelope. This rose here is actually a sticker that I stuck on, so I figured you could journal on the side of that. Fabric tab, a postcard of a real pretty lady with lots of flowers, again very girly. Vintage receipt there, railroad page if I'm not mistaken. And then here is a pocket. So you have, this is also from the old design shop. This is sort of a envelope, super adorable. You can journal on the back. Some real vintage receipt here, and then this is some pattern paper that you can use to journal on or decorate other parts of your journal. And in the center we have, this is I'm not sure where this is from. It's usually either the old design shop or the graphics fairy, so you can journal on the back of that. Some vintage postcard, this one. Again, it's very bright. Not a floral one, this one I wanted to just include sort of a variety for you to, you know, choose from. And then this is a full pocket right there. And on this side, this is also another pocket. So inside here we have some vintage library cards, and this is also part of a vintage envelope. So it's really pretty. I thought that was, you could even scan it and make your own ephemera with it if you wish to. So that's there. Journaling space, some fabric tabs here. This is the other part of that vintage receipt that you can journal on the inside. This is just some ruffles on the side. I haven't done ruffles in a very long time. And more journaling spaces, some tickets here. These are ephemera printouts. These are from the graphics fairy, and then on the inside you can journal around here as well. So I thought it was kind of cute. Some fabric lace tabs right here with some sequins, and on this side, is it focusing, we have a pocket right here, a side pocket right there, which you can put something in there. These are some stamps, and then another vintage ticket. I just stapled them on. You can take it off really easy if you wanted to. And on the inside here is a pocket as well. Some really gold and sequiny fabric tab here. Children's dictionary page. The other side of that, floral transparency paper, a bit of collaging on this leisure. And then here is also another pocket like so. So this is some pattern paper, floral pattern paper that you can journal on the back. I thought this was kind of a cute little idea. I have one of these printouts from a stack of ephemera that I purchased. These are printed ones, but I thought, where would I be able to use this, you know, apart from, you know, decorating the edges or the borders. So I figured I'll just use one of those rivets here, and then it's sort of you know, you can use it as a make do ruler if you're in need of one. Or it could, you know, if you're doing a botanical journal, you can use it, you know, as, you know, kind of like you want to measure the length of your plants, or, you know, the progress of it. You know, there's just some mini ideas. I haven't seen anyone done it, but I'm pretty sure there are lots of ideas out there, so I don't take credit for it at all. And also another vintage postcard right there. Again, really pretty page from Edith Holden. Another one from the children's magazine. Some more ruffles on this side. A bit of fabric here and a button here just to give a 3D effect to this page. And then we also have a mini pocket up here. This is a vintage, I think it's a vintage recipe thingy. So I just tucked that in there. Another vintage receipt right there. This is this is actually originally an envelope that I just made into a side pocket. This is a vintage greeting card. I figured you could write on the inside of this right there. I wanted to make this into a pocket, but I figured, nah, it's fine. I thought if you could journal here, it's right, and the shape is a little hard, I think, so I decided to just make it like that, and it just brings out the entire page. This is a German receipt of some sort. My apologies for not translating all the non-English ephemera that I have used. You could do that in your own time if you want to, or I should probably do it more often before putting things in here, but I figured you know, whoever who gets this journal, it's, I guess, something for you to, you know, explore if you want to. And then finally on the last page, I made this into an flip up pocket. So inside here is also another railroad kind of time record of some sort right there. You also notice that some parts I don't do sewing, just because I don't like the other side, where if there's sewing on this side, that's just me, but I use really strong craft glue just to make sure the pocket doesn't tear or whatnot. And then here is another pocket, some wax seal with some fabric on there. This is from a children's book. I thought that was really cute with the cat and the horsey. Yeah, and finally on the back, this is a religious card, and then inside here we have a Western Union telegram, centigram, I might add. I thought you could, you know, save this for the end of the year if you'd like. You never start your Christmas journals ever too early. So yeah, so that is that. This is the latest journal that I came up with. I'm a bit slow on creating journals this month. It's just that I've been really uninspired since I got back. I don't know why, so I kind of wanted to take a sort of a break from things. I have an idea of what I wanted to do next. Fingers crossed it's going to be a Ghibli inspired one. So that will be for the graphics fairy design team project. Fingers crossed I can actually gather enough material to do it, but I Hope you guys have a lovely week ahead, and stay safe, stay healthy, of course, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. So bye guys, thanks for watching again. See ya.